Okay, let's do it. The first thing on the agenda today is get an Eevee for Bill. Am I gonna use an Eevee? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, what Eevees? Flareon's terrible. Vaporeon's good, but there's so many other water types, so you never use a Vaporeon. Jolteon I could see using. I want to use Espeon or Umbreon because I hate friendship evolutions. I hate friendship. I'm a fucking Saturday morning cartoon villain. That I named my Pokemon after Commodores. That is named after Hyper Diamond 3067. So in case you can't tell, I'm kind of tired right now. Your visceral reaction to the art in The Dark Knight Strikes Again was amazing, lol, and very deserved. You really should have way more attention on YouTube concerning the quality of your videos. I wish. The series is great, as are plenty of your others. That was a nice thing, random commenter. Yeah, I did. The defense of The Dark Knight Strikes Again as art that I've seen is that stylized, and that, well, have you seen The Dark Knight Returns or Sin City? Yeah, but those had like good art. Like it just looks so ugly and sloppy. It isn't like, ooh, I used a lot of negative space to convey meaning. It's, ooh, this person's body proportions just do not exist even slightly because I'm fucking Frank Miller, and I genuinely wonder, did Frank Miller have a stroke like years ago? Is that why? Or maybe I don't, something happened to Frank Miller that made Frank Miller just go completely off the deep end, and I wonder what it was. Uh, okay, that's rude. Like right after I complain about the fact that I'm just so tired, you're making my Pokemon sleep. I don't get to sleep when I'm sleeping in game. You realize that? But yeah, today I have just felt like shit. I couldn't sleep last night. I got like 4 hours of sleep. I'm really stressed out, and I'm not sleeping, and I don't know why. I think like I've been trying to go through the publishing process for this book that I wrote that I think is good, and it's just rejection after rejection after rejection. Not even personalized. It's form rejections with no other comments. Don't know if they read past the first page. Don't know if they read it at all. Is just form rejections, close to 50 now, and that gets on you, like being told again and again that you are not good enough. And I understand publishing is a business and that agents are only going to pick things that they genuinely enjoy and feel passionate about. But God, it is rough. It breaks you. It just makes you feel worthless and just keep going on that grind. But I'm getting to the point where like 47 rejections, not a single request for manuscript. I'm getting to the point where maybe it isn't just a numbers game. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this book is never gonna be picked up. It's gonna be fucking trunked because it's not marketable enough. It has a slow start. I'm not a good enough writer, and I just feel like shit. And I haven't been sleeping. I haven't even been writing. Like you can see, like my writing totals. Um, just notice that there's like a space because that was that's a video I don't know if I'll make, so it's a little off screen, just like pushed back by the writing tools. But now it's on screen because I couldn't write this week. I have felt so tired and so stressed and just felt like shit all week. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna take a month off from the querying process just for my mental health because this isn't good for me. It's also I've just been really really busy with work this week. It's been a tough week at work. Like the starts of the month are usually tough for me because I'm um, a local government reporter, and like some of the governments that I cover meet once a month. Some are two or 4 times a month. But the point is, on that first week, it will be all of them meetings, so I have to sit through so many meetings. I have to do them at nights. I work nights like half the time, just going to meetings, then writing them in the day and doing it. It's just I'm not in a great headspace right now. Oh, great, great. Anyway, what else is going on? What else is going on? So Rooster Teeth shut down, and I don't know how I feel about that because I used to be so into Rooster Teeth. I was a big Rooster Teeth stan. And you might say, "Hey, isn't Rooster?" Yeah, yeah, I know. I was before it was bad. Admittedly, I was before fan of Rooster Teeth before the scandals and fell off a lot when every fucking scandal. Like, but I was a big Rooster Teeth constant watcher of Achievement Hunter. Love Red versus Blue. Love Ruby. Love Camp and On the Spot and listen to the RT podcasts. Like watching as much Rooster Teeth as I can, even though a lot of Rooster Teeth was shit. And like I fell off as years went on. I think the thing that broke me out of being a consistent Rooster Teeth fan is Ryan Haywood being the fucking worst and just no, this is bad. Just like because the it's not good that I and so many other young people are as into this company as we were because it's just a company. It's fucking strangers. They do not really care about you. It's a parasocial relationship, and parasocial relationships aren't good. Like Achievement Hunter is not your friends. It is not a community. Well, it's dead now. It's super dead now. Like it was already dead, and now it's not even. I don't fucking know. I can't think because I'm too tired. But the whole thing that Rooster Teeth hinged on was having likable, charismatic hosts who, admittedly, most of them weren't the worst fucking person on the planet, but they have those hosts and like are good at making fans feel like they have a real connection. And then one of them is a fucking rapist of teenage fans. That's gonna make you not make you get over the parasocial thing and stop being close with and well you were never fucking close because they're strangers but stop wanting to like hear about these lives and be close and then after that there was the whole like years ago terrible treatment of Kaden Jensen that was just disgusting and that was like other people I had admired from like the achievement Hunter days, and of course, all of the fucking Ruby's a fucking sweatshop. I like Ruby as a show. I think it's pretty good. It should not exist. Ruby is a show that can only exist through just terrible mass human suffering, which admittedly is animation in general. Like it's not just Ruby. Ruby's doing it in the U.S., but yeah, animation across the globe is made in fucking terrible sweatshop conditions. But Ruby should not exist. Art should not exists if it has to come at the expense of human suffering. Like, because you can make art in ways that are better, but I don't fucking know. And I guess that show's never going to be ended. Like, 9 seasons of, like, build up and, like, stuff, and nope, no climax. Nope, it got shut down. Death Battle's gone, maybe. Or, I don't know. Like, it's all up in the air, and all the, like, podcast hosts are like saying we don't know jack shit. The Death Battle crew know jack shit. I mean, they existed before Rooster Teeth. I hope Death Battle still goes. Its most recent season, if that's the final season, that's alright. It was a very good final season, but like it sucks. Like just in general, like getting my two ideas. Art can only exist if it is profitable for a corporation, and like I don't like that. I don't think that's how it should exist. Like I want to write and I want to have people read the things I like that I write and enjoy them. And everyone else has that goal and everyone else wants people to care about. Like I'm not the only person who wants people to read what they are, but like that's the problem for things that aren't like the frustrating thing about querying is a lot of agents seem to be great people. Just I I have no problem. But occasionally you see an agent where it's like, I only read things that are insert buzzword book talk keywords here, and I only do those. Literary value, emotion, no. Does it contain this very specific list of tropes that I have laid out for you? Otherwise, I'm not touching it. And that just, I mean, I get it. It's because it's marketable. They got to get it marketed. The whole point is like marketing, so you can make money. But like, God, that is just so fucking depressing. That it is just that art is being determined if it should be allowed to exist, and the people who make them, like, based on how good it shows up on a social media algorithm. It just, God, I don't know. I'm not being articulate. I feel tired, and I'm not in a great place mentally. And Radbert is what I'm gonna name this shop, who I will add to the team if anything happens to my hair cross. And let's read more comments. That's um I'm gonna go into this more articulately when the epilogues video comes out. Which, by the way, I'm doing good work on the epilogues video. I got the first act of it done, and was supposed to have the second act of it done by now. But like I said, I've been having a rough week. Robert says, want to hear my thoughts on Dave Bot and Post Beyond Dubious Whatever Canon. Like they say, I thought that Dave and Dirk's arcs were resolved in satisfying ways, and I do think that the original comic Homestuck ends Dave Strider and Dirk Strider's character arcs in very satisfying ways. And this is before I had it finished written. Working on 2 hour more, like 3 hour. Yeah, I'm fine with Dirk becoming evil, because if the story has to continue with someone being evil, at least Dirk makes sense and is in character, and he's a very interesting and complex villain. I'm okay with Dirk being evil. Jane being evil is that's iffy. And I'll get into this. So there are two different epilogues to Homestuck, two different fates for the characters that are both messy. In one of them, Dave finally gets together with Karkat and is in a good place mentally. Yay, that's the good ending for Dave. In the other one, he spends years in a loveless marriage to Jade and eventually fucking kills himself and becomes a robot because he talked to American President Barack Obama. No, it doesn't. It isn't any less weird in context. But there's actually some comments in like Homestuck 2. I forget the exact quotes, where Dave talks about how he's basically going back to being a hero and stuff, like how he felt empty in the Candyland, and is going back to being a hero, and that is just such tragic. And actually, the reason I am making the Homestuck. The reason I made the Dave Strider video in the first place is because for this video I'm coming up, I read Homestuck epilogues for the first time, and a line Dirk says towards the end just pisses me off so much, where he says that at the end Dave will cut my head off. And no, Dave doesn't want to be a hero. He doesn't want to fight you. That has never been what Dave Strider wanted. Like, why are you forcing this onto him? Why are you forcing him to be the hero and hurt someone he cares about? Fuck you, Dirk. Like, stop trying to force Dave to be a hero. And then in Candy, Dave is being the hero. And being the hero is bad. Heroism is lame, is a Homestuck reoccurring theme. And you might be asked, because I haven't been talking about the game much, why am I in Mahogany Town instead of going the other direction? Can I catch anything new on Route 42? Let me check. It's because I want the shiny Gyarados, and because of that, I need to get my Magikarp / Gyarados encounter out of the way here, so I can get the shiny one. And what Pokemon? I can get nothing from the grass. I can get a Goldeen by surfing, or a Goldine by surfing. Wow, this route is very, very underwhelming. If the only thing you have going for you is a. Oh shit. Oh, so you guys! So you guys have seen this, because I like. The moment I like the encounter, I like flip over to Firefox. Like, I could not see the game, and I'm just saying, oh, there's nothing good on this game. As Raikou. Okay, so I'm not getting a Goldine, unfortunately. Actually, that's kind of shitty because I don't actually. Yeah, I can't. I just wasted an encounter because of that Raikou showing up. That jerk. Let's do the north one. I think there's actually some stuff in 43 to check out. Let's see, trainers. I'm avoiding trainers. I'll grab them on the way back. Or I'll fight them now. Yeah, but Raikou, that's cool. And yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Honestly, I feel like my point where I am in writing is I am always going to write. Like, I sat down as last night, I couldn't sleep, and I just feel like a shit and useless at writing. But then I realized that I wrote it out and realized I've written effectively one book a year since 2017, and everyone has been better than the last one. And the most recent book I wrote is the best thing I've ever wrote. And eventually, I will be good enough that someone will care. That is the hope that keeps me going. That someday, someone will give a shit about my art. Well, that's depressing. Let's get a third encounter in and then end the video. I'm going to try and weaken it with a coughing, maybe. I don't actually know why I'm trying this. Giraffe rig, that's... okay, I'll take a giraffe rig, but not leaving the poison type in. I'm not that dumb. You don't agility. You think you can go fast? You think you're fucking Sonic the Hedgehog the giraffe? My favorite video game character? My Pokemon are over leveled. This game's level curve is just so fucked. Like, and technically I'm doing this out of order, except, hey, wait a minute, all these Pokemon, like, even would be even more, like, under leveled if I came here when you're supposed to. Like, it's very hard to not get over leveled in this game, except for at a certain point it decides, oh, you're going to be under leveled and struggling for experience and have to grind for the rest of the game if you want to fight any of the bosses after price, because this game's level curve is just so fucked. Oh, you think because you're Sonic? Okay. Yeah, that's a good cap to this. I wasn't going to use it. Or anyway, and I am tired. And also, the problem, there's not a lot of new Pokemon in Kanto. Is like, I don't think, is there any Kanto routes where I could get a giraffe rig? I don't think so. Like, and that's lame. Like, you go to Kanto and like half the time it's just the same early game Pokemon and they're the same levels they were in Kanto. And I know this is shorter than these are normally, but I'm not holding in that well right now, guys.